Is it Mars Day? It's Tuesday, right? What day of the week is it? What fucking year and planet are we on? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. Here, take some herbs. Messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith reincarnated here on a Tuesday. Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got some messages for you guys. What do we got? What's going on? I don't know. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch what I put in my community page, put it in every other video before this, because it all leaks together. What have we been talking about? Awakenings. Awakenings, awakenings, awakenings. We did the initiation by air, and then this whole fucking crazy breeze came through and like totally freezed everything down, and yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So let me just breathe. Let me breathe in the good air. I'm blowing on it. Give me a second. Okay. Just had to get it more going. Let's see, what did I post? I don't know what I posted. I don't know. Again, I posted that we were in the in-betweens. I'm checked into a room, still waiting for, you know, God to come get me and everything and move on to my next little plan and deal. My back was crazy hurting, like totally crazy hurting, so I know that we have some messages from the Pleiadians. I actually labeled this video before I even started as messages from the Pleiadians, so I think that's going to be very important. The Pleiadians talk about a dolphin consciousness, the similarities in humans, so I'm going to pull out the dolphin oracles, and those things are like fucking super deep, so we might not get past any of that, but I also have some sacred geometry and our animal companions who are sending us messages. Oh, I did post that, dude. This morning we got out. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe 6. And the hawk was right outside of our car again. And we could hear an owl, but we couldn't see it. We could hear the owl, but we could only see the hawk. I'm not going to pull those cards. Maybe I will if we get to them. Like I said, these usually get really deep. Intuitive nudges and stuff. It's like, you know when you're supposed to speak. Like there's something that needs to be said. And it's like, these ones literally come through my spine, bro. It's like I have built up messages inside of my body that is aching. So we're going to talk about the Pleiades. Let me see. Can you see it? Whatever. I guess I'm a little too close. Let's back it up. Back it up, back it up. Pleiadian workbook. We're going to read about that. Put this over there, my salt and stuff. All right, so let's, do you need something to stare at, I suppose? Yeah, let's pull one of these oracles. I have lots of oracles. I just go by what I'm guided by. Let's go with this one. This one. That's exactly what's going on right now in America. Where are you at? I have a lot of people in other countries. Where are you at? You got stormy weather? I know. It's the end of the world over here. I mean, you know, no more plagues and prophecies and all that shit. Where are you at, though? Do you get it? Or are you just witnessing it? Some people are just witnessing the shit. Crazy shit, isn't it? Alright, I turn to Ka activation on chapter 7. We were just about to really get into this shit. The Pleiadian light work, spiritual transformation by awakening your divine Ka. We're in section 2. We were really about to get into it. Oh, God. Let me take a breath. Okay. I don't mind translating information, like we can go and read hieroglyphics, and we can go and fucking tarot, you know, talk to the fucking birds and the bees, and we can go pray in front of fucking trees and all kinds of shit, dude. Stonehenge, fucking, you know, all of the fucking shit. But when we start talking about this alien shit, bro, because of the lifestyle I was grown up in, we were just like, it's kind of like that Step Brothers thing. Like, I can't even tell you, but it's just an annoyance. Like, it's like the dork just walked in the room. Who's the dork? Me. Obviously, I'm about to be a whole dork about this, and only I can, you know, translate this for you, but at the same time, I feel like a total dork when I do this shit. I just want to tell you that. Just all transparency, it's not my favorite thing to teach. There's probably worse things I'll have to teach you, but this one is weird. Alright, introduction, section 2. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to introduce the Pleiadian emissaries of light as healers and spiritual guides for individuals, as well as for the rest of the planet. Well, she was honored. Me, I feel like it's a pain in my... they're cool. I like them. They're always there, dude. But at the same time, it's like, God, it's about the aliens. It won't be so bad when I'm talking to, you know what I mean? When we're talking one-on-one and you guys are just seeing us. But until then, I don't like being, you know what I mean? I don't like always channeling. It's just like mediumship. I don't want to go talk to your dead people, bro. Some of it I just don't want to do. The purpose of this section in this book is to teach you how to invoke the Pleiadian emissaries of light to do energy work with you personally. All right, now keep in mind, everything is spirit. We use the word energy, and we can replace the word as energy. So, whatever. As I'm saying this, it says right here, this book is teaching you how to invoke the Pleiadian emissaries of light to do energy work on you personally. That means you are invoking a spirit. Is this a spirit, or is this an actual entity that lives outside of our star system? These are real-ass entities, bro, that can hear you. It's a subconscious, they speak on a subconscious level. There's no words and shit. It's all subconscious. This is where you get to, where you can access these spirits and these entities, because it's not used by words. It's a conscious conversation, you know what I mean, in yourself. So, you know, going back to this, I got to be very honest. You know, we do a lot of invoking where I pray in spirits in and over us. All different types of spirits. You know what I mean? We go through all of them. But right now, you're about to pray to an actual being that exists, that will hear you. It's like, these are literally beings that you can't see. That, I mean, I just want you to be aware of it. It's not a spirit. It's a spirit. Yeah. But you're literally sending out a fucking signal to outer space saying, I want you to come work with me. How deep will that experience go? I don't know, because I'm not telling them to show up and work with me. The first time they showed up on the mountain scared the shit out of me. The absolute shit out of me. They were just trying to talk to me, and my skin was terrified. Fucking terrified. So, I mean, I'm just saying. These are real. You can call on Jesus. You can call on every spirit. You know what I mean? Going back to me and Alistair. Alistair is, you know, one of the most deadly spirits in hell that walks with me every day. You know what I mean? I don't need to, I will invoke him on somebody, like unleash him, but he walks with me clearly. Like, you know, when I do these invocations and I bring these spirits into my reality, they stay. I open a gateway. I am the gatekeeper. I'm looking for the keymaster. It's a funny thing. But truthfully, it's like, you know, I invoke you to come in. I don't know when I did this, but, you know, going back to it is like, how do they communicate? With a fucking false thing that I can feel in my back. You know what I mean? That's what happens. This is how they communicate with me, is through my spine, bro. I'm just being very honest. It's like, you know, you don't really know what you're messing with, and these are real-ass beings that you're going to send out a signal from Earth straight out to where they are, and they're going to start working with you from where they are. There's no time and space. You guys just put time and space on it, bro. As soon as you do this, they're going to look up and see you. And that's what happened to me on my awakening, bro. On my awakening, it's a story. I need to upload that video. Fuck, I saw it last night. I gotta upload the first video. It's somewhere. I gotta upload the first video. On my first awakening on Mother Cabrini, the stairs at Mother Cabrini's shrine, as I stood in front of the resurrection stone, my heart had a conversation with an entity on the other mountain. All I saw was a white entity. Later, I come to find out that was Gabriel. At that time, in this message, I tell you, as soon as it happened, I make this video the day it happened. As it happens, as I'm having a conversation with my heart, and I'm trying to explain, I was like, guys, there wasn't words coming out of my mouth. It was happening inside of me, a conversation with an entity. As it happens, another entity, as I say, steps in. And I don't know what it is, but now they know that I'm awake. And this is where they come in. You know what I mean? You send out a signal that is heard across the universe that you are walking into the light, and now you become a light worker. And they start working with you. Okay, here we go. One more time. This book, and that's what it means, is you don't play with fucking Ouija boards. You don't send these signals out to the spirit world unless you know what's about to come back. It's a boomerang, bro. You don't look behind the veil unless you're not, you know what I mean? What's behind the veil? You're scary. The first thing is your biggest fears. All your imaginational fears are the first thing you're going to be met with. You're going to have to face the things you first made up in your mind. And then you'll see the real stuff that is absolutely terrifying. It's like God's fucking beings, bro. You have no idea. That's why it's like, why did you make, you know, you look at people and you're like, God, why did you make them like that? You have no idea, bro. There's, you know what I mean? He made humans as one of his most beautiful beings. I beg to differ. But anyways, the purpose of this section in this book is to teach you how to invoke the Pleiadian emissaries of light to do energy work on you personally, along with the Christ. And they say the Christ. Christ. Do you understand this? Who did Christ work with? Who did God send Christ to talk to him in his quiet spaces? Do you know what I mean? Going back to Moses and the burning bush. That's what I mean. I don't have a problem talking to the fucking forest and all this other shit. It's like when we start talking to aliens and shit, you know, I'm not ready to lose 5 years. Along with Christ and other ascending masters, guides, and angels, they can facilitate your evolution and spiritual healing in a very specific way that's what happened, the 3-3 portal opened this up. Ways as we will explain throughout this workbook section. When you send out this signal, they all come in. When you submit to God and you proclaim from your mouth, bro, that's it, bro. You tell God, he sends everybody to you. All right, get them. Help them, love them, protect them, guide them. And that's it too. They're going to push you too. Going back to my spirit guides, bro. Anytime I'm in some shit, bro, Kobe put me in it, and it's because God told him to. God said he looks at me and says I'm ready, and I got to know I'm ready, and I know that this came from God. He's not going to put me somewhere where I'm not ready. And that goes back to it. I've had to have these, you know, this is, your team is coming. When you send out this signal, along with Christ and the other ascending masters, guides, and angels, they can facilitate your evolution and spiritual healing in a very specific way, as well as explained throughout this workbook section. The Pleiadian fields of expertise can prepare you for full body enlightenment and ascension. My own past few years of consciously working with the Pleiadians have... Hold on. Words and... That's weird. Hold on. Sentences are popping out of here real thick. It's like the font got bigger and it got bolder and it pops out of the sentence. It says right here, my own past few years of consciously working. It doesn't look like that, right? It's just, okay, it doesn't. This sentence right here, all of a sudden blew up real big and bright in my face and was bigger than all the rest of the words. I was like, hold on, what am I saying? My own past few years of consciously working with the Pleiadians have been a gift, to say the least. Their devotion to me as a human being has been and is ever present. Their integrity has been impeccable, and the energy work itself has ranged from extremely subtle to miraculous with obvious results. From my personal experience with all the healing and spiritual practice, I would like to give you a few general pointers. Although I will mention this again, I would like to recommend that when working with any non-physical beings, it is always good to invoke those who are of the light and serving the divine plan. Light, okay, here we go. Dark workers are afraid of the light, right? So I call out all these tarot readers all the time. They're afraid of God, bro. Tarot readers, everybody that works with anything outside of God is afraid of God. That's why they work outside of God. Tarot readers are trying to access the divine without God. Okay? Now, dark practitioners, same thing. They're accessing dark levels of God and are afraid of the light. Everybody's afraid of the light. Everybody's afraid of the light. Come to the light. That's why it's so fucking quiet in there. Why? You're afraid of judgment? It's that simplistic. You're afraid of judgment. It's that simplistic. Anyways, going back to it is you want to work with those, you know, of the light and serving the divine plan. I work with the dark. I bring the dark into the light. The light works with, or the light works for me. Or, I don't know, I guess I work for them, whatever. It doesn't matter. I work in both realms. It doesn't matter. It's like, you know, you can't hide in the dark. I am of the dark. I am the dark goddess. I'm coming to take all that dark to the light, including you. Where are you going to hide? There's nowhere to hide. The dark rises to the light. Dude, you're stupid. What this implies is the beings themselves must be at a certain level of consciousness and evolution in order to provide you with genuine assistance. We go back to that. There's a prayer where I open up the gates, and it can only be those of the Christ consciousness that come in and bless you. We keep all others out. In the sense of you don't know how to work with your shadows. We go through that in our dark phases of, reclaiming your dark goddess, but you don't know how to work with these demons. You don't know, going back to my demons, they're clever. They'll do, you know what I mean? They're conniving. They're here to serve, but themselves. They know the true understanding of give and take. I must give you something in order for me to get what I want. But do you think what they're giving you is more than what they want? You must be careful with those little guys. Those little guys are funny. In the sense of, yeah, you can go and pray to the demons. And they'll answer your questions, but what they put on you is something, you know what I mean? But their price is a heavy price to pay. Whereas it's not even worth it. Again, you're trying to go around God. Hey, if I do this, do you think I'll get can you help me get away with this? And then they got to look at God. What, can I? Yeah, fuck with them. Okay. Like, in essence, we all answer to God. We're not going to get our fucking lives, we're not going to get ourselves fucked up over your stupid shit. That's the fun thing about hell. It's just a fucking fun little playground. Hi, I am Lilith, the goddess of hell, your guide. Okay, let's go back to it. What this implies is that the beings themselves, if an etherical being simply comes without your conscious invitation, then ask the question 3 times. Are you of the light and serving the divine plan? It's the universal law that when this question is asked 3 times, it must be answered truthfully. Even dark beings must answer it truthfully. It is also the universal law that if a being answers no to this question and you ask it to leave, it must do so. And that's it. They can't force. But nobody ever asks. Thus honoring your free will. I have always found this method to work. If you are in a situation and a being is evasive in answering you, simply ask it to leave at once. What does that mean? Something's in your house. Something's in your space. What do you mean? What does it mean? It means a fucking being, bro. There's an etherical being in your space. And that's why I said, don't ask me to come to your house and do a fucking, do a fucking exorcism when it's your fucking grandma. It's somebody, it's a child's spirit. It's the spirit of God. It's some angel or something, you know what I mean? That's it. I tell you how to recognize when they're in your space. And I tell you to acknowledge them. I always say that. And now you ask them, are you of the light? You'll feel it. You'll feel the answers. This is not a conversation you hear outside your ears. It shouldn't be. What did you let in your house? Again, if I go in your house and shit is slamming and moving around and acting all crazy and shit, what is that? It's an exhibition of their power. Look what I can do. No other spirit can do this. Look what I can do. Look at, what are they feeding off of? Your fear. Your fear fuels it. They're only able to do it because they've got the energy within the room to do it. Stop doing that. Quit fucking scaring them. Okay. It's time to go. What are you doing here? Who brought you here? You know what I mean? Like, and that's it. It's like, there's subconscious invocations too, where like a lot of my books will teach you is like you may have subconsciously called this spirit in. It's like, oh, your higher self told this spirit to come fuck with you. I know, fuck with you. Just kidding. Alright, many authors and channels pull in disincarnated human beings, astral energies, power-hungry extraterrestrials, and even dark beings in the name of spiritual pursuit. Told you. I tell you, fuckers, that's why they tell you not to fuck, that's why Christianity tells you not to go here. Because once you're in there, it's everything. Let me say it again. Many authors and channels pull in disincarnated human beings, astral entities, power-hungry extraterrestrials, and even dark beings in the name of spiritual pursuit. Some people believe that any disincarnated human or entity is automatically superior to those of us who lived in bodies. But these give an enormous amount of unserved seniority and trust to these entities they channel. Just because a being is not in a body does not mean that it is at a level of evolution where it can assist you. And that's what I'm seeing Pac. Hey, Pac came in this morning. You saw that? He told you. I love him so much. He brought some people with him. That's it. When I got to the light, I'm like, where are you? They can't go any further. They can only assist you here. And that's where it is, you know what I mean? When I got into the Brotherhood, it was me and, you know, it was Kobe and I. Together we rise because I'm carrying their contract. Otherwise, they have to do it on their own. Or that it's even harmless, for that matter. You are responsible for using discernment and discriminating wisdom. So please follow the criteria for invoking higher beings and channeling messages outlined in this section of the book, unless you have learned other ways that you prefer. Nobody taught me, bro. They just started coming to me. It just turned on, bro, and they just started coming. Who? Those ones were the first. My spirit guides were the first. I can't tell you exactly which one came first, if it was Pac or Michael Jackson. And then Kobe came shortly after. Nipsey was after that. DMX. They came in different times, but then when I realized, it wasn't they came in different times, it was different times I acknowledged that, you know, as I ascended, I was able to see them. Because that's the weird part, is you see them, you're like, wow, where'd you come from? And then they'll show you how they've been there the whole time. The most famous one is Eazy-E. I'm sitting in my car with Pac, and we're laughing. And I look up, and Eazy-E's standing in front of my car. He's in this realm, but he's not. I'm like, and I remember reaching out to Marshall, or somebody. I was like, any idea why Eazy-E would be here? Where did he come from? Why is he here? Why does he want to talk to me? What could he possibly want? Bro, he was just showing me he's here. Nate Dogg, same thing. He never really says anything. He's just here. They're here, bro. That's what I told everyone. I told Wolfman, I was like, do you know my spirit guides? They're here first. They're right there, bro. They're right here on the block, bro, like non-stop, bro. Like, for sure. Like, meaning their spirit's always... No, that's the cool thing about spirit. Your spirit can be everywhere. But a part of their spirit stays right here till the day I die. Till the day I die, bro. They walk me, they cross over with, you know what I mean? They walk me, we cross over together. Because as I walk through those gates, I walk them through those gates. It's a beautiful thing. They wouldn't walk through the gates without me. That's what you don't understand. Once Jesus opens the gates are free. You wait for me. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see, chapters 5 and 6, preparing for Pleiadian light work. 1 and 2 are especially given for those who are novice at healing and spiritual work, or those who have problems with boundaries and grounding. That's it too. It's like, where do, you know what I mean? I'm seeing Wolfman, and he might be getting in too deep. And that's what happens, is you gotta be careful. Confirmation. They tell you about being, you know, the reversed high priestess or magician is doing it for all the wrong reasons. And once you get in too deep. Lighting a candle and invoking a spirit really brings that spirit in. But now what are you going to do that it's here? Do you know how to put it back to rest? After you've used it for what you want, now it's here with you at all times. They're life-sucking energies, you know what I mean? If they're here, they're, you know what I mean? They have to feed, they have to live off of an energy. It's very dangerous what I do. Again, I'm like the highest level, you know, I am the messenger of God. So you have to be, and I've said this many times, you have to be of the highest level to be granted access to speak to me. Not any fucking ghoul or God or anything can just come to me. They're chosen. God opens the, you know what I mean? I sit on a throne and they speak. I can't just speak, you know what I mean? That's why I said I can't just mediumship. I'm not going in the spirit realm for you. There's other people that do that shit. You know what I mean? This is like the highest level. What this means is if you have a cluttered aura or clogged chakras or tend to be a psychic sponge for other people's emotions and pain, the Pleiadian light work may be too deep to begin with. And it was. Even when they came to me, I didn't start with this. They came to me in my second year. And when they came to me, I almost went into an epileptic seizure. It was Christmas. There was a full moon of Christmas, 2023 is when it hit me. And I have all the videos to prove it. It was just, I didn't even know what was happening. I had a video a couple weeks before it where I see myself laying on a bed with a bunch of beings, and all I can see is Kobe. And then later they show me that this is when it all happens. And then all the next thing I know is I'm like, it's just light. It's light. I feel like I'm dying in the light, bro. It's just like, it's so bright. I can't. Have you ever been out on no, Coloradans can. Anybody in the snow can. You know when the snow You know what I mean? The sun comes out and there's snow everywhere and it's so bright you can't open your eyes. It's just, you can't see. Like, you literally can't get your eyes to focus. It's too bright. That's what it was like. And that's why I couldn't take their downloads through my crown. You know what I mean? And that's why it hurts so bad on my skin when they're putting this much light. I like light, literally, because I carry so much darkness. I am the darkness. So you put in that much light and it makes the darkness harder. Right? So if you have a cluttered aura, clogged chakras, I don't have that. Tend to be a psychic sponge for other people's emotions and pains. That's what I do. I transmute dark energy. I take their pains and suffering. I can look at them and see what they're going through and pull it off of them. I can pray it off of them. I can talk it off of them. You know what I mean? It comes to the surface. I'm a sponge for that shit. SpongeBob SquarePants. The Pleiadian light work may be too deep to begin. As the higher frequency energies of call work and other aspects of Pleiadian light work begin to come into your aura and body, the releasing of emotions, blocked energy, and karma is greatly accelerated. Do you understand? When you're filled with light, it pushes all the darkness out. You have to push it pushes all this darkness out. So as you're trying to get to the light of your life, you're going through all your darkness. There's no way through it, bro. I feel a responsibility to tell you that if you have not done much meditation, work with light for self-healing, or cleared etherical, mentally, or emotionally, you definitely need to work on these 2 chapters for at least a month before you proceed with the rest of this book. That's it. We stop there. That's what happened in my spirit book. I got a book to teach you how to where is it? It's a brand new book. I never even opened it. The first page said you couldn't read it until you read the other book. It was Consorting with the Spirits by Jason Miller. I opened the first page. It said you cannot read this book unless you read my other book of protection and protection magic. So we read that book. Right here we stop, guys. I can't take you into it because that's what it hurts. Too much light, it hurts, dude. It makes you hurt. Too much love, too much... I don't know how to explain it. If there are techniques given in this chapter and still vague and erratic to the effectiveness after 1 month, continue working daily with them until you start to become second nature. This will assist you in doing some initial clearing to prepare you for deep work to come. Alright, well, they taught me what I need to work on. I'm going to stop right there. And we'll come back to this. Well, it said to go to chapter 5, right? Chapter 5 and 6. Let me see. What is this? Chapter 7. Okay. This is about using something. And that's it. In the beginning, that's all I would do. If you go back to my videos, why was it so hard? Grounding, bro. I couldn't ground myself. I was in so much energy all the time. I could hear, it was like Professor X, bro. I could hear all of the collective energy from all over the world. People's cryings, people's thoughts, people's fucking, I could hear everything. Everything. And I could see everything. There was no in between. There wasn't levels. It was like spirits, like I see dead people with human people with entities, and I hear everything talking above everything, and I can't think because it's just, as soon as I'd open my eyes, it was like I could hear the traffic, I could hear the railroads, I could hear people on their cell phones, I could hear music, everything. It's like all your senses tuned up. It's like Bella, bro, when she woke up as a vampire, dude, and she could just fucking hear all kinds of shit. Intensified by like a billion trillion, bro. Like I'd be like in the middle of my videos and I could hear people talking shit that weren't even in my video. I could hear them in whatever space and time they were in, and I'd have to address them in my video because I could hear them talking shit. I just heard somebody say, you know what I mean, like, shut your fucking mouth, don't you be fucking talking to me like that, and shit like that. Like I could hear their subconscious thoughts. I could hear everything. Grounding is the hardest thing to learn. And that's what I do in the morning. I have to sit and, going through those levels was the hardest because you're just, the ascension. You go through them to get to the light, only to come all the way back down through them again and keep going back and forth. It's harsh. But again, if I didn't go through those levels, I wouldn't be able to see Pac. I wouldn't be able to see everyone if I just stood in the light. And that's where it is once you get grounded and you're back in the grace and you're in the light, you're just in the light. It's like, well, this is a D to D boring ass life. It's just all perfect and fucking roses and fucking God singing and, There's nobody here but me and God's angels, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood every day, and, you know, God bless America. And there's no America, it's just heaven, another heaven. We're just in heaven again. Truthfully, it was a lot. I was like, trust me, there's a reason you came for this experience. When you go home, you'll remember it. You'll be like, wow. It's the end of, you know, I'm seeing Robin Hood. The end of Robin Hood with Robin Williams. And he has to fly back. He learned he was Peter Pan. He played Peter Pan. He remembered being Peter Pan, but he remembered why he wanted to grow up, and it was time to go and grow up. And after he left and he flies away, the Lost Boy waves to him. He said, thanks for a great game. That's what we do when we get home. That was a great life. But we gotta finish it out. It's just a game. Let me get back here. So, preparing for Pleiadian Lightwork Part 2. That was Chapter 6. We need Part 1. See, and it's all over the place. So, I'm going to teach you their way of grounding, which is only going to help me. Nobody taught me. I had to learn all kinds of ways of grounding, and I teach you all the time. A lot of them is, I use baptisms. I use a lot of water to clean my energy. I use a lot of smoking of all different, you know what I mean? I smoke cigarettes. I smoke religiously. It's for religious purposes, really. I don't use mind-altering substances. That it doesn't matter anyways. I don't work through my mind. It's a different part of my consciousness. You can put stuff on the mind, but I work through a different part of my consciousness. A lot of outsides, a lot of music activation. I do a ton of herbs, you know, herb cleanings, because it's not even, you know, it's okay. Something as simplistic, shadow work can be as simplistic as you have a memory of somebody that smarted off to you. That says something smart to you, and you start reliving it. So now you're in the dark and you're fuming. You can't see it, but you're fuming. The more you're thinking about it, you're working through this massive energy, right? So you're giving it fire, which is your intellect, right? It's your wands. You're giving it fire. You're firing it up, and you're fuming energy right on top of you, just giving it thought. Oh, that fucking bitch. I remember that shit, you fucking bitch. I should have fucking punched you in the face, you stupid fucking bitch. Oh, you fucking bitch. Okay. And then someone's like, hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And you get out of that thought. Okay, but you just fumed your aura. It's all over your aura, bro. You didn't put it on nobody. You just let it out, and it stuck to you. So now you have this fucking bitch aura. You gotta clear that off of you, bro. Why? Because somebody's going to catch it. They're going to keep asking you what's up. They can see it on you, bro. They can see it on you, dude. What's wrong with you? Nothing. But you know something's wrong, and you keep trying to figure out what do they know. They can feel it, bro. They can feel something's wrong with you. You still have it on you. You haven't cleaned it off of you. In essence, you probably are going to keep it the more you're in that fucking bitch attitude. So you have to spend a lot of time. All right, I got to get this off of me. Let me take a shower. Let me put on some music. Let me have a cigarette. Let me have a meal. Let me go for a walk. Let me go for a drive. Let me do some things to, you know what I mean, get this off of me now. That's clearing your energy. And it happens all the time. As soon as you pick up someone gave you an ugly look. Fucking bitch. Now you got that energy again. Fuck. I gotta clear this off of me. Because what happens? That bitch pissed you off, and now you're gonna have that shitty fucking energy. As soon as someone gave you an ugly look, now you're like, fucking bitch. And you're still holding it. So then you look at the next person and you're like, what you looking at, bitch? And it just keeps going. And you give it to other people. So you're giving this, what you looking at, bitch, attitude to somebody. And they're like, well, what the fuck are you looking at, bitch? So now they become defensive. And it's just traveling. It's just this fucking fart that you're passing along. Your aura stinks. It really is. It's a fume off of you. It's like, I can smell your fucking, your flesh is showing. You know, that's what that means. Okay, so this is going to teach us, this is what you all need to learn. Healthy boundaries. Grounding. In all of my books, it starts with grounding. You have to learn how to stay still, how to stay calm, how to be unbothered, how to bring yourself back from being bothered. You're going to get bothered all the way. This is all about endurance, dude. How much can you take? And you can't take it, and they're still going to give it to you. More and more and more. You know Kobe Bryant? Fucking fuck. Yeah, for real. You don't know how much you can take. And you swear you can't take no more, but you can take it. They say so. This is bullshit. But anyways, it's like you need to learn all of this before you can start. So we stop here and we'll pick up there. Again, it's happening. We're going to teach you once... you can't even control it, dude. Once your pineal gland, once this fucking crystal inside of your head sends off that signal, it's on. It's on. Once you become awoken, bro, it's like you don't... I was going to say you don't regress, but then you're looking at Kanye West and you're like, what happened to Ye? He puts mind-altering substances into his consciousness, and he maintains those so that he's not faced with the truth of his real consciousness that makes him feel bad, that makes him atone for who he is and makes him self-aware. So he has to put things in his life and around him to, you know what I mean, to make him forget that, you know what I mean, who he is, what he did, what he said, and what he's really supposed to be doing. He lives in a false reality. What do you want from me? He started to wake up. And then he got locked in the dark. So now what is he doing? Talking to fucking Nazis and all kinds of other dark entities that are coming to him. It happens. Why? Because they know how you feel. You're in their realm now. You want to be a demon? Let me show you how it's done. And that's what they do. They sit on your little shoulder and show you how to play the game. It's dangerous. Let's talk about this stormy weather. Stormy weather. Oh, I went to swimming in circles. That's pretty much, at least we're in the right synergy. Tailspin. Sorry, they're in alphabetical order, so that's why I was like, well, strength, stormy weather. All right, page 275. Okay, these are intense. These were wrote in like, I don't know, the 80s or 90s. Look at this shit. This is just the basic, and then we gotta go pages into it. Just bear with me here. Small or big weather patterns, clouding over our happiness and exuberance. Difficulties, disorderness, and obstacles may be arising right now. Inner pain from loss, illness, crisis, inner conflict, emotional depression, or turmoil. The towers, the awakening, that's how it happens. Where's that card? Hold on. Give me a second. I just organized these. I hope they still are organized. Yep, they are. There we go. Got it. From the dark perspective. Black Moon Lilith. Here we go. First stage. Calcination. This is the internal transformation through fire. Initiating the alchemical process. This spark of inspiration to change is typically triggered by a difficult event or life discord. It always starts with some bullshit, bro. The tower comes. The tower comes first. After that, you have to deal with your emotions. I go through these. Sometimes this is the Magnum Opus. This is the Hermes, this is all about alchemy. This is how you transmute energy and how you turn, raw substance into gold. I do these daily, sometimes, multiple times a day. Meaning I hit an ego death. I deal with the feelings of the ego death. I have to freaking find a way to remove this from me, right? After the separation, this is a Monday. I have them on a daily schedule. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, more Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay? And then these are all Thursdays, and this is how it works. All right? So let me explain how it works. On a Friday, we hit a fucking tower. We have to face the tower. The next day, we're all in our Saturn, which is in our fucking grief. And our, subconscious mind is cleaned of limitations, trauma, or outdated patterns. You had a higher perspective. Why didn't I see this sooner? I've got to act. Oh man, this is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Fuck. Time to let it go. It's time to remove or sever what no longer serves you with new activity. Still Saturday or Friday for me. I can do it all in one setting in a video, right? Cut the cords of societal programming, toxic people, and difficult memories that are holding you back. All on a Friday, dude. If I've got it, if I've got all the pieces and I know what they want me to let go of and I'm not being dumb, I'll let go of it right away. What did I do this Friday? Russ. Let go of the hate. You love him. It's time to let go of this. No longer fits you. Fuck. I really like hating him. Why do I hate him? Outdated. It's outdated, bro. Belief systems, trauma, limitations. Right? Then we let it go. Conjunction. After separation, it's time to reunite, harmonize with your mind and physical, spiritual through the element of earth. This is usually good Sunday too. You're sitting down, you're grounding it. Self-acceptance and empowerment are key during this stage. Right? And this is hard. Admit to yourself the truth. You got to keep telling yourself your own truth that you've already walked through. Putrefaction, Monday. Decay, death, rotting away describes the putrefaction stage. While it may sound morbid, this is when the remaining internal dark energies rise to the surface. On a moon day, when you're in your mind and your feelings, it starts to rise up. You start to kind of regret your decisions, but also, you know what I mean? You go back and forth of it. You're proud of yourself, but you're pissed off at yourself. Shadows of the soul are visible, causing difficult emotions. As Carl Jung says, the psychology of alchemy, this is where we purge the darkest of our minds. Coagulation. You are now embodying your true essence. On a Tuesday, I told you, by Tuesday it's over. You just have to write it out till Tuesday. This is where the new spirit works with the physical body and becomes one, and you're stepping into your soul's gold. It's over. It's over by Tuesday. But it's not. There's another one coming by Wednesday. Alchemy, by Wednesday, they're already pushing you to make a speech and get ready for your next ride. Alchemy gets practical during this stage. New habits through process and ways of being are merged into your life. Mind over matter. And that's Wednesday. It's over, bro. You're like, all right, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. All right? Sublimation. Your soul is lifting and ascending like vapor during this phase. There is a union between your body and spirit. That's a Thursday. Jupiter. You're all full of love and expansion. You feel good again. You feel good again. You made it through that week. You feel great, dude. It's over, dude. You're ready to move on to a new week. Fermentation. This is when it happens. You know what I mean? You be doing it so often. Like when grapes turn to wine, this is the maturity and the aging process of the new way of being. Again, by Friday, you have a new challenge. You've totally forgot what you did last week, bro. And that's how you make 52 changes a week. Gold must become more powerful, meaning you're still walking in it, because now you're walking through some more shit. You let that shit go. That was last week's shit. I'm over that. I got more shit to face. All right? Exhilaration, joy, abundance, happiness, and wealth can manifest during this stage. This is Thursday when you're really feeling good about shit, right before you hit the next one. This is when the stones start to form and you are in alignment with your truth and magnetism and finally embody your higher self with ease. Manifestations become instantaneous. All right, multiplication. To become an expert alchemist like myself, you repeat this process. This is when you revisit past stages and implement it on a daily to strengthen oneself. That's why I'm never out of a job. You guys are lacking because you're always looking for some kind of content. There's so much fucking darkness and healing that needs to be done on this planet. I'm never out of work. I'm going to be at work for the next 55 fucking years. 55 and a half. We're almost there. I'm trying to count them down. I guess I bet I will. I'll still be praying and loving. All right. So I just want you to understand that this is how it begins. Relationship difficulties or a crisis that breaks up the rigidity of a status quo. Creative interruptions. Remember, one way we grow and develop greater compassion is from our periods of challenge. All things change and the difficulty will pass. Just as all storms pass, the sun of illumination always shines above the cloud cover. If we can ascend in consciousness high enough, we can learn to rise above it. Being good to ourselves by using our best clearing, centering, and self-healing methods is how we weather the storm. Grounding. How are you going to handle this when God puts this on you? God's going to put a lot on you. He keeps putting it on you. It's your job to take it off. He's going to put on a lot of shit on you until you take it off. But how are you going to handle it when he's putting it on you? Do you know how to calm yourself down, how to take care of yourself when God's doing this with you? It's hard work. When the clouds are covering the sun is still shining. The clouds are just a passing weather pattern of the sun, and the sun will shine again. In the meantime, in the midst of the drama, power, and chaos of the storm, it is important to remember that this storm, too, will pass. Sometimes stormy weather presents itself in our lives as a creative interruption or disruption that feels very much like a breakdown of comfortability or of the comfortable and familiar structure. This rearranging of our inner and our outer furniture usually brings a change for eventual good. It's where it all starts. Why is God... You've taken my bird and my bush. Yup. I sure have. I have more for you. Come with me. It is a journey, a physical journey, where he's going to make you take steps out of your house, out of your comfort zone, out of your town. He's going to take you. What's funny is if you're meant to go home, he'll bring you right back home. I always found it funny. He always brought me home. I was like, I'm so far away, I'll never find my way home. No, we're going home. Oh my God, we're going home, guys. As we all know, things are often to break down before they can be rebuilt. Through this process, we disrupt what might be, at times, a stagnant status quo or rigidity held pattern. Now is a chance to open up to transformation, rebirth, and newness. I saw you, Russ. Like every other drama, ours will soon be past history. Just like the dramas that seemed critical in the past. We need to remember how many of our past dramas are now merely faded memories. Soon our current drama will become our past history too. This attitude of impermanence helps us to remove the charge that may be on the crisis that is the jack in the box in our life right now. Our happiness, fun, and sense of humor do not have to be held hostage when we have big trouble in our life. They do not need to be paralyzed or frozen in suspended animation until the trouble is resolved. Meaning you don't have to be so serious. Why so serious? Hey, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger is in the house. He said, why so serious? He said, you know the one true thing about chaos. How wonderful for him to come in and speak as the Joker as his last role during this time. That could have been it too, you know. That's what they said. He got too deep in his role. You get too deep in your role. He became, you know what I mean? He became the role. And that's where you guys are. You've put on this skin, you know what I mean? Going back to my celebrities, you're too much, you've become your profile, bro. Like you're putting up, you're a whole actor now. You're too deep. Who are you? You're nothing more than, you know what I mean? You're just Eminem? Eminem. People ask me too, why do you call him by his first name? Because he just forgets who the fuck he is. He's just Marshall. But when you go over there Eminem and him, you're fucking blowing up his big ass head. Slim Shadying him. No, it's just Marshall, bro. Marshall's a lot better, you know, and that's it. Is he denied Marshall because Eminem was so much more powerful. Slim Shady was so much more powerful. Well, what happened to Eminem? What happened to the man underneath the mask? What happened to that guy? I really like that guy. I bet he's real special and fun. Can we hang out with that guy? Or we only got to hang out with fucking Eminem every time we go out? Oh, it's Eminem. Are you always going to be Eminem? I get it. Fuck you. I was like, I'm always going to be the High Priestess. Oh, fuck you. Fine. Can we get some Eminem in this shit? There's some Marshall Mathers in this shit. Anyways, define trouble by celebrating life. Sometimes this is what it takes to have big trouble become little trouble. Have you guys seen that movie? There's another great movie. Big Trouble in Little China. That was a great movie. The celebration and joy melts down the crystallization. The stormy weather times in our lives are often lifted by voices in our minds and in prayers. All the gratitude that we have. And that's it. There's a voice inside of you that's telling you it's going to be okay. This too shall pass. You'll be okay. When we feel the gratitude for all good things that we truly have, then we are able to open ourselves to the flow of grace. That's it. You're not going to get more until you're grateful for what you've got. And if you're never going to be grateful for what you got, then they're going to humble you to become grateful again. If we are in a very dark moment, we may only be able to be grateful for our life, which is very precious. If our heart is too heavy, to sincerely feel grateful for more, then our life and our opportunities to be here to learn is a big gratitude to offer up. And that's it. Sometimes you just gotta like, fuck. I am grateful for this room today. I am grateful, you know, you're grateful for the day. You don't look at yesterday, it's over, bro. Fuck yesterday. You made it through yesterday. You have a new day, bro, to be grateful for. There's many people that won't wake up today. A lot of people died yesterday. And their families have to go on without them and shit. That's hard. And even those people have to wake up grateful. Even when something like that happens, they have to wake up grateful that they're still alive and that God still has a purpose on their life. You have to be grateful for this opportunity to live. It's an opportunity. You shouldn't be just surviving. You should be thriving. In the sense of challenging yourself to really live. Thriving means you're really trying to live freely. It doesn't mean that you're successful. It doesn't mean that you're winning. It means that you feel good about living. Thriving is just feeling good about living. Not because you have all the reason in the world to be happy. Yeah, if I had what you had, I could be happy all the time. You'd never see me with an attitude. Not never, bro. But look at you guys. You got everything in the world and have the shittiest attitudes, bro. Going back to you, Ellie. What the fuck are you so heartbroken about? All the beautiful things in the world, and you want to be mad, you want to be upset about a girl. All the beautiful things in the world that you have, Marshall Mathers, 52 years of life, and all the things, all the wonderful people you've met, all the lives you've changed, all the things you've seen. You still want to be mad about some rapper shit. It's a beautiful day. I heard that song. I don't know the rest of the words. I can hear it. It's a beautiful morning. Alright. Another gratitude we can hold is that we've been badly abused by another. And is that gratitude that we ourselves are incapable of behaving with cruelty, deceit, or intensity that someone else has done to us. That's it too. I would never do that. I've had this shit. At least I'm not you. No matter what the situation, whether it be minor irritations or something as serious as despair or suicidal feelings, remember, this too shall pass. Hey, it happens for me at least 4 times a year. How many have I had this year? I think at least 2. I think 2 of them came over me. What, suicidal thoughts? You're just like, fuck, I'm done. I want to die. Please don't make me live. I can't do this another day. What is it? Your feelings? Your thoughts? You could totally breathe another day. You can eat another day. You could shower another day. You could live another day. But what you can't deal with is your feelings another day. Those will pass. You're not going to have the same feelings tomorrow. Just deal with them today and they're gone by tomorrow. Take a rest. Sometimes it's too much, you know what I mean? It's like, just lay down. What else are you going to do with it? Cry yourself to sleep. You'll wake up and it'll, you know what I mean? It might still be there. Sometimes I would just wake up crying and go to bed crying and wake up crying and go to bed crying. Sometimes you learn how to deal with your feelings. They'll pass. But yeah, suicidal thoughts come, bro. We want to die. We just want to die. And I'm seeing these social anxiety moments where like it's social embarrassment to the highest level. Like you just walked. This really happened to me. I was at a party, and the fucking glass door was closed, and I walked straight into it, and people on both sides of the door laughed. Yep, that was total. I just want to die. I cannot believe this happened. You know what I mean? Having your underwear your dress stuck in your underwear while you're trying to impress some guy, and his girlfriend's making fun of you. I just want to die. I just want to die. Please, God, don't make me go out there. You have no idea what they did to me yesterday. They didn't do shit to you. Your feelings are killing you. It was funny. It happens to everyone. Come on, you're going to be okay. There's a lot of these moments, bro. Oh my God, I just want to die. It's normal. Don't take your life. You'll make it through. It's not worth dying over. Nothing's worth dying over. Really. In the more serious version of stormy weather, it is appropriate to reach out for help from a friend or professionals. If you feel like your ship is sinking, put out an SOS. Many times throughout history, dolphins have been known to rescue drowning humans. And that's it too. You got to tell someone you're dying. You got to tell someone they're hurting. Sometimes something as simple as pray for me. I've said it to a couple of my boys. Pray for me, bro. I'm struggling real hard. I'm hurting. There's nothing you can do but send your prayers, bro. They'll be heard by something, and God will send something to me. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you really just need to talk to someone. You know what I mean? And they'll come to you out of nowhere and ask you how you're doing, and you can't even hold it in, and you just got to dump truck them. I'm fucking dying right now. What's going on? I'm doing shadow work. What is that? I'm revisiting some really fucked up memories, bro, and they are killing me inside. I can't get out of this thought. I can't get out of this thing that happened to me a long time ago. I'm trying to get out of it. What happened? Believe it or not, dude, they're gonna try to see you out of it too. They come from under, lifting them up from the surface. The buoyantly pushing them to the shore. Sometimes the rescuers have been worked in teams or pods, and they help the people get safely to shores. Isn't that an act of unconditional love? Aren't these angels or bots? Here's that word again. I don't know. I need to put this in Google. I don't know how to say this word. Vitas? I don't know. In dolphin bodies. Instead of despairing when we are in the most painful moments of our lives, we are challenged to remember the free falling into the arms of faith and into the lap of all that is sacred. Here we can cry, grieve, and the voices of our prayers, then the healing can begin. The dark night of the soul is that. Carl Jung described it. Dante described it. In order for you to, you know what I mean, overcome your consciousness, you need to go into the darkest places of your consciousness, where all your fears and pains and suffering lies. And you can get to it. It's painful. As I always say, I'm the girl that lived. I can show you. There's videos of it for 2 years of me just going in deeper and deeper into painful memories and feelings. And as soon as I could lift my face, clean my fucking energy, wipe my tears, have a cigarette, take a breath, here's another memory or another feeling. It's all I do. And that's where it's like, how can you be so happy? Because I don't have anything left. You know, when they come, I deal with them. I don't have anger inside of me anymore. I don't have resentment. Not on a conscious level. Again, we go looking for them. There's plenty in there, dude, from all my life that I've had. I have plenty of resentment, plenty of unforgiveness, plenty fucking victimhood, or, you know, all these things that lie deep, deep, deep within my conscious that are hidden inside of these memories I've had. And we go looking for them. But in the beginning, no, they were all surface, dude. It was so many terrible feelings, so many terrible memories, so many negative fucking patterns that were coming out. You know, that I had to clean, you know what I mean? I cleaned it and I clean it and I clean it, and it doesn't stop. I go outside right now, somebody can easily trigger me, and now I got to clean it all over again. I'm right back in hell again. You put me in hell, bro. Just going outside, bro. These fucking people, bro. I'm totally fine. I'm happy, loving, praying, you know, everything. Until you send me out with these fucking people and their energy gets all over me and I want to choke somebody out. I need a cigarette. I need a bath. I need some sage. I need some music. I just need the woods. Get me away from them. See what I mean? A real empath, bro, it's just, you just feel it, bro. You can see it all over their face. Their sadness. And if you bother, and you don't even ask, you just see it and you see sad. Why? And then everything that they're sad about just comes to you in your head. Your whole body is telling you what's wrong with this person. You didn't even really ask. It's just coming off of them. As a person walks by you in a store and you make eye contact, you can see what they're thinking. They're thinking about their dinner. They're thinking about their business plans. They're thinking about a trip. They're worried about their child. You can see it all over their face. It's like they're so loud. In their quiet, they're so loud. That goes back to, I gotta stop right here. Right before I got on here, I saw something. I don't know what tarot reader it was, but it was like, they're afraid of you. Oh, the new one that just came in. Lumen Moon Tarot. I like her intro. It's not too bad. Anyway, she was talking about they're terrified of you and what you know. Bro, I don't know shit until God tells me, and I didn't want to know to begin with. All right, and then I was like, what is she talking about? Right, and then she's like, something about your social media. I was like, oh, they're not afraid of the future. They're afraid of the past. It's the videos. Those videos, bro. For anybody new, you don't know how I'm attached to these celebrities, but they can't take away their videos. They can't take away their pages, and their pages are truth to my page. They wanted to go away. They prayed and prayed. I don't know who did that. The karmics maybe? But they hoped to God I wasn't going to become rich and famous, because then they were all, their stories about their fucking manipulation and their agitation to my journey was going to be told. How they kept fucking, you know what I mean, using and abusing my awakening. That's their whole story. They play these villain type people in my story. They're not my enemies, bro. They're irritating, nevertheless. They're not my enemies, but they play this role because, you know, their characters in the story, they look as though the enemies, and now they're tripping because it's all coming together. She's going to get her trailer. She's going to start writing music. She's going to be famous. Everybody's going to hear what's in those videos. They are. Do you want to be known by that character? Or do you want to be... Again, how many seasons have we done this? Are you going to change characters in season 3? Or are you going to be the same fucking villain character in season 3? Wait for the next episode. In the essence, there's a lot of people afraid of, you know what I mean, my blow up, because that makes them, it'll blow up their fucking, it'll blow livelihood. God took me across a lot of paths to get here. Exposed a lot of people on the way here. We're not done, and that's why people are afraid. She knows. I don't know shit yet. I'm not sitting here taking tabs. I'm not Cat Williams. God is. I'm just the fucking messenger, bro. They have seen everything. Going back to you tarot readers, they're watching you all the time. I don't give a shit. What am I watching? God. Well, he watches you. I'm watching the past and the future, dude. Not the present. And that's the hardest time, is staying in the present. Obviously. So, going back to it, yeah, there's a lot of fears about, you know, my abilities, but the only ones that fear it are those that are living in lies. Because there's other people, hey, I bet I could talk to her, dude, and she would tell me the truth. Why wouldn't I? That's all I do. I can't lie to you. Why would I want to? The world's lying to you. Ask and it shall be given. But again, don't ask me something that I don't want to know either. You know what I mean? Did my dad really kill my mom? You want me to ask God that? Are you sure you want to know the truth? I don't know. That just came out of nowhere. That means somebody really wants to know if their dad killed their mom. God, what did you say? He said yes. You want to doubt that? Or did you already know that and you didn't listen to your own fucking intuition? And you keep doubting your own intuition when God said this really happened, and you should already know and move on. Whose dad killed their mom? Never mind. That's your own business. Again, I can hear all kinds of shit. And again, I just give you the answer. It's never anything I want. That's what I said. You want to know? Come ask me. I don't know. I don't fucking know shit until fucking God tells me. That's why I sit here. Ask my kids, bro. I sit in fucking silence. Unless I'm yelling at them to do some shit. I don't talk to nobody. I don't do shit. I don't do shit. I don't be on, you know what I mean? I don't do shit until it's time to get up and do shit. And so when I come to you and I'm like, God's got a message, that means I was sitting there all by myself and all these messages came and he said, go tell them this. All right. Meaning, you know, did I know we were going to read about this? Not exactly. I knew my back hurt. I told everyone that. So then that means, okay, we're going to read some Pleiadian shit. The Pleiadians have something to do with the dolphin shit. And I told you before we got started, all of this has to do with God shit because we're always on God shit. Again, did any of this detour from the videos from yesterday, the day before? No, it's all together. Just brought together. All chaos. Randomly, you know, you could say it was all randomly just picked. But it's not. It's divinely orchestrated. So, you know, the fears and shit. And what did this come up in? Something right here. Something came up. I was reading it, and that's where I was remembering what they said. And it will forge us to strength. Let's see. And it will forge us in strength and empathy for others. Sometimes in the future, someone may put out an SOS to us. And like a dolphin, we will be the strong one to lend a helping hand, pushing the drowning person to the safety of shore. 277. Well, you know, it's not the answer you wanted, but going back to it, it's like your spirit called me in as much as my spirit called you in. Fucking twin flames. You know he's the 2, right? I said 12 plus 2. I've said that since the beginning, guys. You know that, right? You've realized that Wolfman's one of the two. 12 plus 2, he's one of the two. You realize that, right? Who's the other one? I don't know. He called me in, bro. Doing all that shit. Doing all that invocational work and shit. What does he do? He calls us both into hell. He called me into his hell. And that's what it is. It's like, oh, fuck. And that's what happened too. You know what I mean? The fucking activation. Oh, fuck. Thanks, Marshall. Wallapalooza. Never forget. First dark night of the soul. Thanks. Call us both into hell, why don't you? Right? Then I meet Bobby. Call us both into hell, why don't you? Great. Oh, come back 5 years. Let's do it again. Call us both into hell, why don't you? And fucking meet Russ. Let's go back into hell. Come on, fucking Allie. Let's go into hell. Come on, Lewis. Let's go into hell. You were on your way to hell. I was in my own hell. And then I got pulled into your house to get you out. So I get in there with you and your stupid lifestyles and try to get you out of your hell, but still got to come back to my hell and get myself out. Actually, I already got out of hell lots of times. But that's what I'm supposed to do, is go into hell, all you guys' stupid little personal hells, and get you out. Speak life over your stupid shit where you think you're so fucking powerless and you can't find a way out. Your own hell. Stupid. And then you want to kick and scream and attack me as I'm trying to get you out of this shit. I didn't even know you was in no shit. I didn't even know you, bro. Actually, I do. Not this lifetime. But going back to it, it's like, you know, as the leader of this shit, I didn't ask to come and get you. Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm getting angry about this. Like, Kanye. And that goes back to it. Yeah, fucking heaven sucks without you. But it didn't mean I wanted to hang out in hell all the time. That's why I left hell, assholes. That's why I left hell, assholes. Yeah, we can hang out. It's fun and shit. It's fun and games for a while, but it gets annoying. It's fucking annoying. There's so many other places in the fucking universe to be than hell. What the fuck are you doing in here? Going back to it. It's like, Bobby, are you still married? Oh, you're in hell. Okay, fuck off. Stay in hell. Quit bringing me back to your hell. Russ, you're still in hell? Quit bringing me back to your hell. That's where I gotta meet you guys, in your own personal house. That's where we meet. In your hell. Not my heaven, your hell. Every fucking time I gotta go down to somebody's hell and go get them out of their hell. I didn't put you in there. You did. God's trying to get you out. He's using me, and I gotta get all dirty and shit, fucking around with your dirty ass lifestyles. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Going back to it. Hey, new people. I love you, bro. You're in hell. I'm trying to get you out. I can't get you out, though. You gotta walk yourself out. All I can do is tell you how to get the fuck out of there. Which is what? Empower you with my words. So that you can take the steps to walk into your own freedoms. Which is leaving that no longer serves you. That's all I say for the next 55 and a half years. Leave that's no longer serving you. Leave that's what I do every week. Leave that's no longer, which is what? A thought process, an actual relationship with any kind of thing. Your relationship with your coffee might need to stop. You might be a little psycho about that. We had that talk too. If I wake up in the morning and I just decide, I watch you for a couple of days and I see that you have a serious coffee addiction that is uncontrollable, and I take your fucking coffee machine, what kind of weirdo are you going to be the next morning? How psycho are you going to go for this addiction? Are you going to go crazy on me and the whole house? Are you going to try to do some weird crackhead version of brewing your own coffee? Are you going to go fucking like a maniac and go, you know, cut people off at Starbucks to get your fucking coffee? Are you going to go running to fucking Target to buy a new fucking Keurig and all this shit? Like, how fucking psycho are you about this thing? I'm just using your coffee, but most of you are just like that about anything else. It doesn't even have to be a drug. Truthfully. Your fucking iPhone. Like, oh my god, my fucking phone. Like, how long can I take your phone away from you before you start acting like a fucking psycho? I know you're a grown-ass person. I know you're a grown-ass person, but how long can I take your phone away from you before you start acting like a fucking psycho? Stuff like that, bro. Stuff like that. So, I'm here to help you through this. It's, you know, a new season. We're getting into it. We usually start off kind of light and shit, but it's not, you know. Again, we've got to go through all the levels of hell. I'm going to take you through all the levels of hell. My own and, you know, your own, and whoever else pops up. That's always the don't be that guy. There's plenty of those fucking guys. But ultimately, you know, This is it. It's just a journey. Take the journey or stay in hell. You're like, I have a great life. Don't start with me. Then what are you doing here? Why did you listen to me? If your life is so good, then you don't need God, right? Then go. All I'm offering you is a relationship with God. Peace that God gives you. I can't promise you anything more. He's the one with the promises, bro. He's the one. I am just his messenger. And I promise you, I am like no other messenger. I have a fucking wicked cursing voice that comes with this. I am God in the female form, the dark God, the dark goddess. Old Testament God. That's where I came from, in a female form. I know you guys know benevolent Jesus, and you know what I mean? I work with his consciousness, but I was created before him, of the darkness of the Lord that we serve. Yeah, that guy that casted, you know what I mean? That flooded the earth and all of that stuff. David and Goliath, that guy. The famines, the fucking, you know what I mean, throwing babies off, taking babies' last breath and all of that stuff, the floods and all that. That's that God. I want you to be aware of that guy. That's the real God that Jesus served. So yeah, I speak with, you know what I mean, I speak from that tone. I didn't have that, that loving tone all the time. I get it when Christ's Spirit comes over me. Confirmation at 1:11:07. So I'm going to help you to become Christ-like. First thing we're going to start with is grounding. You're grounded. What does that mean? Hermit. Sit with your feelings. That's where it starts. Stop running from them. Stop running from your feelings and memories. That's your fucking hell. You're running in circles. You can't run from them. You gotta run at them. Hey. Happy Tuesday. God who gives us strength. I'll catch you later. We're gonna do lots of readings and stuff. I'm gonna take a little nappy nap. I have nothing to do but read to you. So I'm gonna teach you everything I can. Now that I know where we're starting, we'll start with, grounding techniques. I'll probably start all my books over then if we're just starting with the grand opening of the Dark Knight. I'm seeing the Dark Goddess book. Reclaiming Your Dark Goddess by Flavia Kate Peters. It's my Bible. It's my most used book. Go ahead and order that to keep up with us. Okay? These two. And this shall pass. But I promise you, it's only going to pass so you can face a bigger storm. Because realistically, once you ride a wave, you only ride a bigger wave, right? Once you climb a mountain, you only want to climb a bigger mountain, right? Right? Bigger and better, right? Healing. That's what it's all about. Hey, I love you guys. Catch you later. Welcome, new people. Keep up. Or get the fuck on. Laters.